Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the press conference. The strongest arm on earth. East versus West 19. It is going down. This is an exciting time, Ray Pinch. Crossover day.
Listen, there's so much power walking around this arena. It's insane.
Yeah, you feel very small when you're walking around this place this weekend. If you look at the tables up here, we have got a selection of the strongest arm wrestlers in the world and the strongest men in the world. They have transitioned into the sport of arm wrestling, and it is going to be an incredibly exciting night. Ray, could be a new dawn for this entire sport and what we're seeing here.
Oh, absolutely. I think this is going to bring a new level of arm wrestling fans. You know, I'm just amazed by these humans, first of all, that walk around these halls, but also this is the heaviest card we have ever seen, by far.
Oh,
the smallest guy, and by no means is small, is Todd Hutchings. It's kind of crazy, right?
It is ridiculous.
We established that yesterday.
You know? We weighed Robert Oberst's head.
Just head.
And
it's still bigger
than Tom.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ladies and gentlemen, joking aside, let's get into our matches, and what a way to start. This is a little bit, I'm going to say, of a grudge match that's been coming along between our very own Mr. Derek Smith, who sat on the back row here. Derek Smith, ladies and gentlemen. And he will be facing Shahlaei Brown.
Hello. Oh, hey, there it goes. Hey.
Now, let's tell a little story here, Shahlaei Brown. You can walk us through this and give us a bit of an indication of how this match came about. Because my understanding, mate, is that this was a match you were hunting down. It's one you really wanted.
When we had the opportunity to start talking with Brian about different things he was putting up, Derek was one of the names that came up first. And when I started practicing with Brian, Derek was the one who made the introduction for me to go and join the team and train with Brian. And that day, he gripped up with everybody there in practice, but he didn't grip up with me. So I took that personal, and it's been festered inside my gut. He said it wasn't intentional, but it's been festering there, living rent-free. So I'm glad to see this come tomorrow. I'm really excited.
Derek Smith, I can see you looking offended.
Yeah, I mean, like, what? You know what I mean? What are we even talking about right now? I was trying to help Brian learn how to arm wrestle, and I didn't intentionally grip up with anyone. People asked, do you want to grip up? Sure, I'm not really paying attention. I'm here to work with Brian. And then, you know, I guess he was in the corner just real mad at me the whole time. I don't know. I don't understand how it happened.
Yeah, I don't know. You say it that way, but you gripped up with everybody in there except for me. So it might be something you didn't think of, but if you're training somebody and you want to know what they have to offer the person you're trying to train, you might want to work with that person and see if they're worth a damn.
Still not sure why I would have sought you out. I'm not understanding, because I was talking in front of everybody about what we were doing with him. Anyway, I'm sorry I offended you.
No offense taken. This manifested into what's going to be a really awesome match that I'm looking forward to.
Now, timing's a wonderful thing, Shahlaei. A wonderful thing. And at that time, you were obviously far less experienced than you are now. I know, speaking to you around the venue the last couple of days, you're supremely confident, but you're also appreciative that you're giving away experience here. Does it matter, or do you think this is going to be your day?
I definitely think it matters. I think anybody walking into a situation thinking they're going to railroad somebody who's got 15 years in the sport and is a super intelligent puller would be foolish to think that they're just going to dominate. I'm definitely confident because I think everybody has kind of labeled me as a one-trick pony, and of the 5 victories that I see where I'm in a King's Move position where people break that down, it's the other 76 that make me feel like I'm a threat.
Are you a one-trick pony, Shahlaei?
Absolutely not.
So this weekend, do you think there's a good opportunity that we see some orthodox stuff and you can beat your opponent in a hook, in a top roll, orthodox style? Could that happen?
Absolutely.
Ooh, Derek, so when we were talking the other day, you didn't feel that was a possibility?
No, I said he'll try, but he'll end up in the King's Move. Yeah, he'll attempt something else. It's probably going to happen, but then he's going to end up in the King's Move, for sure.
Do you feel like there's more pressure on this match for you, mate? Because you're pulling a less experienced guy. You were the guy that was on the fringe. You had massive wins, the likes of Tim Bresnan. Now you're in a situation where there's a new crop of athletes coming up, big, powerful athletes coming up. Do you feel like there's a lot of pressure on you to perform?
Yeah, I mean, I'm absolutely, you know, all crap talking aside, taking absolutely nothing away from Shahlaei. I think he has a bright future. I think he's coming up. He's only been in the sport a few years. I am taking him serious. I've been training very hard. I am at an all-time strong in the gym right now. So all things are ready, and I'm not taking him lightly at all. I just, after watching and where he's at right now, I think that on the table, there's a lot of areas I'm pretty comfortable in, and I imagine even if he tries those, I don't see it going that direction. I can't envision that. I do, he's probably going to King's move, and that's where our fight's going to be. And so I'm just prepared for that more than anything.
Let's say that it does go there. Can you beat the King's move?
Yeah, of course.
Have you been practicing that?
Yes.
Interesting.
With who?
I got some 176ers.
That makes sense.
Some children about your size, Ray.
That makes sense, yes.
So, Derek, the other day we were on a live show, and there was a poll. And the poll came in that you were the underdog here.
Exactly. I am the underdog. He is the favorite. I have everything to gain. He has everything to lose.
Do you realistically feel in your mind like you are the underdog? Honestly, do you think that you are the underdog coming in here? Should you be?
I have 15 years experience, and I have more experience on big stages. Of course, I'm not the underdog. But, I mean, I like to think I am. It makes me more hungry thinking I'm the underdog.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard from the guys here. That will be the match that starts us off here in the strongest arm on earth. East versus West 19. Remember, if you've not got your pay-per-view, go get it now. EVWsports.com. Sign up, get the pay-per-view. It is going down on a high-pressure match to start us off. We start the strongmen. Go next. Lawrence Shahlaei.
This is work. Oh, there we go. Nice. So I don't know.
Martins Licis.
Yeah, all right. I'm here. I don't really know how this works. Is this where I just say mean stuff? I don't know.
Saying the mean stuff, yeah.
I guess I'm just like clasping hands with my bro. We're gonna hold hands, get intimate. It's gonna be, and yeah, that's what I'm here for.
It sounds like we should get a room and not worry about everyone watching this.
I gotta inspire my friend here to eat. He's a little malnourished. He used to be of a healthy weight, so I gotta get in there close. Just tell him that he's gotta eat a sandwich or something.
So, Lawrence, I was gonna say that you're the man with more experience, but when he started off, I saw the alarm in your face that it was going to be a very different experience than what you were expecting there.
Very different to what we're expecting, but it still sounds fun, Yeah. Martins Licis, former world's strongest man.
Now, joking aside, mate, we talked about the pressure thing. You've been in this game quite a while now. You're one of the guys that were first to throw your hat into the ring as an arm wrestler. You've worked diligently for the last couple of years. You're facing a guy who's got a tremendous amount less experience, but in terms of strength pedigree, as you tell me every time I speak to you, this man is no joke.
Oh, absolutely. As a strong man, he is incredible. He's won almost every major strongman competition there is. Brilliant grip strength, tremendous arm strength, and a great all-round athlete. And that has inspired me to work damn hard in training. But I know as well, from the time I've had in arm wrestling, that arm wrestling is a very different beast to strongman. You could be the strongest man on the planet, but you could be crap as an arm wrestler. And when I jumped into arm wrestling, I had guys smaller than Ray kicking my ass, It's
You're taking some abuse tonight, Ray. Standing right here.
But arm wrestling is very different. The strengths that we have are almost a hindrance at times, especially when you don't know what you're doing. Once you kind of learn a bit more fundamental basics and you can start applying some of that power, then yeah, you start to see progress quite quickly. But he's a great athlete. I just feel I've got more experience in the sport. I've had a couple of super matches. I've been in and won a few tournaments now. So got a lot more ready goes, I guess, than Martins, which I think is beneficial. Absolutely. I think I'll be able to feel through things a little bit more naturally, just having that bit more time training. But I certainly would never underestimate a guy as talented as him. I mean, he's great at jiu-jitsu, great at grip sports, very competitive, just a good athlete. And I think anyone that's a good athlete is always a threat.
Yeah, it's interesting. You speak to Brian Shaw, you speak to Eddie Hall, you speak to any of the guys that have been around this fella, and that is the thing that they all pick up on. This is an athlete. This is a guy who can join things up very, very quickly. Now, Martins, let's come to you, mate. Guy with a massive reputation in strength, very, very respected, but you're the new kid on the block. Can you even lose here, mate? Do you feel like you can come in here and swing for the fences? Are you worried about it? Do you have any nerves, or are you pretty much open season? Let's go.
Well, I definitely have nerves. This is a new experience for me. Big Laws, of course, has way more experience holding burly men's hands than I do. This is just kind of getting into it, you know? But I am strong, and I do learn quickly, so we'll see.
Well, I was talking to Derek, and Derek spoke very highly of you. Said that you were a massive prospect in this game. Win, lose, or draw here, are we going to see a lot more of the Dragon at the arm wrestling table?
Well, I'll definitely be doing this plenty more.
Have we got a lot of strongman fans in here? Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of pressure on me because Martins has mentioned this big comeback in strongman, and I know there's a lot of fans that want to see him back in strongman, so I need to be the savior of strongman, kick his ass tomorrow night, and send him right back to strongman where he belongs. And that's what's going to happen.
And I'll teach you to eat a sandwich. You poor, malnourished boy.
You've seen my physique over the last 10 years.
I'm like,
You know, I have
oh
no
gosh,
issues eating a
I'm
sandwich.
worried about you. What's going on?
I want to pick up on that a little bit, guys. Let's get a little show of hands in the room here. You guys that know a little bit about arm wrestling, know a little bit about strongman. Do you see Lawrence Shahlaei as a big favorite here, guys? Do you feel like he should win this? Or do you think that we could see the upset? Who's got Lawrence? Who's got Martins? Wow, and look at this. Straight up there. 2 hands for Derek. Interesting stuff. Ray, Latvia in the house, representing.
He's been looking great. Like I have watched the tape. I have seen him compete. He looks awesome. Laws definitely has more experience, but it's a really interesting matchup. And now seeing both guys here, I think they both came in ready, and I think it's going to be a match. Before then, I didn't know how much work Martin's going to do, but he definitely did some good work.
Lawrence, I'm taking it that you saw the first competitive outing there from the Dragon.
I couldn't not. Everyone sent it to me.
Yeah. Winding you up.
As soon as he, I think I had about 100 messages in my inbox. But yeah, he looked good. He did look good. But a novice comp is a novice comp. I think it's very different. You know, I've done novice comps. I won the first comp I entered. I think as a strong man, you can get away with that at the lower level. I think against experienced arm wrestlers, much harder. You need to understand what you're doing. You need to be able to think instinctively and fast. And we're both fast, explosive athletes, but I feel I will be even quicker than he will because I know what to do. I've got a game plan. I remember my first super match. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I feel it's going to be a tough night for Martins.
So I spoke to Martins a couple of times today, and every time he spoke about the fact that he was amped, hyped, nervous. You nervous?
Yes, and it's a nice feeling. I guess towards the end of my strongman career, I lost those nerves just through injuries and stuff like that, and boredom to a degree. With arm wrestling, I feel like a novice again, where it's exciting and you are nervous, and that to me makes it fun. It makes me on edge. It makes me want to bring my absolute best. And like, I want to be arm wrestling now. I'm pumped up and ready to go, and I cannot wait to. I retired from strongman 2019, and I thought I'm done. And then suddenly I found a sport that gave me passion and a reason to work hard in the gym and something I really enjoy. And I just want to get better and better and better and test myself. And I feel like I'm a kid again that's kind of just starting and improving fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a matchup that is. What an exciting prospect that is. The Dragon, Martins Licis, Lawrence Shahlaei. Match number 2 on the card here. The strongest arm on earth. We are only warming up. We move to match number 3, ladies and gentlemen. And in terms of the pedigree in arm wrestling, these 2 athletes are right at the pinnacle of the game. Ray, wanted to come to you, mate, just to speak about the level that we've got here. Gabriela, the Iron Angel, Vasconcelos,
Can go
could
higher.
be the GOAT.
For me, she's the GOAT.
Hi, everyone.
So, Gabby, joking aside, I know you're a humble lady, but facts are facts. You started the sport at the upper echelon in 2006 in Manchester. Just give everybody a little bit of an oversight of your resume. How many times you've won the world championship in arm wrestling?
I've won the World Championship 6 times in junior classes and 28 times in senior classes.
28 times. That is a ridiculous resume.
14 each arm.
Now, just to set the
Keeping it equal.
set the environment up a little bit.
I'm balanced.
I know, right? Ridiculous. Now, opposite end of the spectrum, how fitting is it that at this event, at Brian and Kerry's event, which is about being the strongest people in the world, we have a young lady emerge from Canada who may be able to beat Gabriella. Now, 5 years, I believe you've been in the game, Jocelyn. Jocelyn Bisson, ladies and gentlemen, 5 years in the sport and already in the upper echelon, Ray.
Yeah, she's been very, very impressive. And one thing she has is confidence. She has a lot of confidence that I don't see around female arm wrestling that much. And she's very hungry. She understands the beast that she's going against. But I think she has a good game plan, and she will try to do her best. Again, just 5 years in. We don't know how far she can go. But I think this is a great opportunity. If someone offers you a match with Gabi, you take. I would take it, you know. Yeah.
Let's start with the challenger, Jocelyn Brisson. Firstly, welcome. Amazing to have you here. And I know from spending the last couple of days around you that you are very, very keen for this. I think the words you used were anxious, but ready to go. You want to do this as quickly as possible.
Yep, 3-0. Preferably.
Look at that.
To me? Thank you.
3-0. Jocelyn, you've been thrown against a bit of a who's who. You've been very impressive. Is this the hardest match you've had to date? You've pulled Egler. You've pulled and beat Sarah Bachman. What about this challenge? Gabriela Vasconcelos, next up.
Well, this is definitely something that's been a long time coming. It's something that people have been calling for a long time. I'm very excited about it, and I'm interested to see how the dynamics are going to play out on the table. As we can all imagine, every opponent brings a little bit of something different, and it's a lot different than dealing with weight on a weight stack or lifting something, because it's you versus the weight at that point, and now it's you versus the person, and it's going to be interesting to see how Gabriella's experience stacks up against mine, with realistically only 14 months of actual arm wrestling training. So I do want to specify that.
Gabriella's made her name from being the stronger girl at the table, even against the champion of the world right now, Barbora. She felt like if she could get hold of her, if she could turn the match in, I think you felt you could win that match. You took the first 2 rounds and only lost technically. Are you the stronger girl in this match?
I do think so.
What do you think about that?
I'm 100% sure that she's not. Yeah, I'm fairly strong. Pretty strong. And I mean, she can, it's not only about strength in arm wrestling, and I've learned that in the hard way. As I said, I was stronger than Barbora, and I feel that. But it's just about style and being able to impose your technique better. So she was better at that, I believe. And as for Jocelyn, I mean, she's strong, I have no doubt about it. But just based on how she was beaten by Egle and how I beat Egle, I think in strength, I'm ahead of her. So, and in experience, way more ahead of her. So, yeah.
That experience, sorry, Ray, you were going to jump in there, mate.
I just want to ask, do you think she underestimates you?
I hope not. I mean, I don't underestimate her at all, or any of my opponents. So I'm trained. I'm giving my all. I'm ready, and might have a small hand, but I'm strong. So I think she better not. And it's not only about size. It's about knowing what to do, how to be at the table, and having done it for over 25 years. I think it counts in my favor.
In your own mind, how much experience counts in this one? Because you have way more, 5 times more experience than
20
she
years
does.
more.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's I think competing in tournaments and super matches are completely different, and I've done a lot of both. But I've done way less of super matches, and when I first started, I felt the difference really hard, and I felt like how not being able to adjust in between rounds can be detrimental to your game. So I think I trained for that, and I have more knowledge at the table, and I have more technique in my body, like my mind already set, so I can change and I can do different things, and that's what is gonna lack on her side. She's probably strong, but not really experienced in applying different techniques against different people, and that's where we're gonna see the difference. If she is a bit stronger than me.
So let me tell you a little story
if
here.
That happens.
Yesterday, I'm sat with Nathan and Jocelyn. Nathan's a coach, sat right out here, and you know he looks at the sport, analyzes it, and the first thing he says to me, Gabriella, she's going to do something to Gabriella that Gabriella has never felt before. She's never been attacked in this lane before. Is that even possible?
I doubt it. Not because I don't think she didn't train for trying different things, but I train a lot with different people, and I doubt she just came up with a new technique that no one knows about, because I've been doing this for a long time, and people tried many things with me, and I've tried many things with different people, so I don't see she doing something that I've never experienced before. She might be able to do it, because if I'm not prepared enough to that, but it's not going to be anything new. And like I said, if she gets around on me because of that, I can come back.
Where's the threat level represented by Jocelyn Bisson? How dangerous is this girl?
Well, like I said, I'm not underestimating her, and I just see her or any other opponent as 100% a threat. So I have to give my all. I have to be my best out of respect for me, for her, and for the sport. So she's a threat. I can't deny it. She's strong. She's coming in with that hungry of being on top, but she's not going to get it today.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can feel the intensity from that match. All ladies, it's right there. Two of the best in the world. Go at it here. Get your pay-per-view. Get it now. It is going down. We move to men's super heavyweight division. And let's talk about rising stars in the sport. Enter Rickard Borman, mate. Big weekend for you, coming all the way from Australia, representing South Africa. And you're going to be facing a very experienced athlete in Pavlo Derbenf. Pavlo is one of the most underrated arm wrestlers in the world. And you get the dubious pleasure of trying to prove that he's overrated. Where's the confidence at, Rickard?
Yeah, hello everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for being here. Neil, this is a massive honor for me, man. I know this is a step up, and that's why I took some steps in my life to give everything I possibly have to give myself the best chances to win this match. I know this won't be any joke. I know Pavlo is really strong, but so am I, and I'm really hungry to win. And so I'm super excited for this. I just can't wait anymore. It's been too long now.
How are you dealing with the pressure and the anticipation, mate? Because everybody is so eager to see your next match, your next match. They've got you of the next big thing. Do you feel like that? Do you feel like you're a little underdog coming in against Pavlo because of that experience?
I understand I'm new in the sport. That's the one thing I understand. When I'm on the stage, I don't feel any stress or anxiety. I know why I'm there and what I have to do, and that's when I perform at my best. Now it's tough because you rethink and go through every scenario in your head because you're so excited and you can't wait for that initial grip up. And I'm super excited for that.
Pavlo Derbenf, mate.
How are you?
Can you derail the hype train? Or are you that guy?
Yep, I am.
I'm a man of many words. You've obviously seen Rickard Borman. You've heard the hype. I mean, I remember the first time Shahlaei came across him, went out to an event, rang me the next day, told me he's just seen this guy who's going to be the next big thing. You buying into this? Do you think he is, or is it just another day at the office?
No, absolutely. He's real deal, and he's upcoming superstar. That is for sure. He's only 22, and compared to me, it's 23 years different. so he have plenty of time. He is not on my experience level yet, and probably not on my power level yet. So it's everybody thinking that he's underdog, which is, in my opinion, is not exactly right opinion, because his size, his ability of moving on a table, and he is injury-free yet, very good. So yeah, absolutely. A bright future, no underestimation here. I am as ready as I can be at the moment.
Pablo, if he's not on your experience level and not on your strength level, how can he beat you?
Because he built much better for arm wrestling, that's why.
Have you seen yourself?
You know how people seeing themselves in the mirror, right?
Joking aside, Pablo, do you feel like you're a little bit disrespected here? Because you look on the polls, everybody's talking about Rickard Borman. You're not getting that respect in some regards. People aren't saying that you're the heavy favorite. Do you feel like you should be? You just told us all a minute ago that he may not be on your level of experience, may not be on your level of power. You keep coming out of the shadows and beating big names.
Absolutely not. It's to make the long story short, he just beat the guy who just beat the other guy, who is Wallace and Marcio. Wallace beat Marcio relatively easy, then Rickard beat Wallace, very well deserved. So, no disrespect. And plus, look left from me, look another left from me, look just behind me, look right from me, look at the crowd we're at, right? How you can say that anybody in here been disrespected to be here?
Ladies and gentlemen, unbelievable matchup. Rickard Borman, Pavlo Derbenf, a real sleeper on this incredible card here. EVWsports.com, guys. Get over to Show Strength, the Show Classic, and get over and buy your pay-per-views. We got to get this thing rolling. The hype train may be derailed tomorrow, or it may continue to the next station. Rickard Borman, Pavlo Derbenf. Philip Lawson, another man who is on the march. Ray, you're a big fan of this guy, I know.
Yeah, I just can't get rid of him, you know. Philip is, I think people don't understand how impressive he is. He's just 2 years in the sport. He's very smart, very technical, very strong, and also a giant.
Absolute giant. 6'7", I believe, mate. Is that right? 6'6", 6'7"?
6'6", yeah.
6 foot 6 inches tall. And how long in the sport now, Philip?
A little bit over 2 years now.
And here we are at the strongest arm on earth, and you're about to face the wild horse, Matt Mask. Bit of a dream match for you.
Sorry, say again?
Dream match for you, mate.
Yeah, definitely a dream match for me. I've been wanting this since first time I challenged him was maybe October last year. But due to some reasons, we couldn't really pull then. So I had to pull the guy who beat him, and I beat him. So, and I've only gotten stronger since then. So I'm hoping this is going to be a good match for me.
Now, you told us walking around the hotel the other day that in terms of your form, your preparation, it's the best it's ever been. And you said, and it's not close.
It's by far the best it's ever been in strength and in technique and hand control, everything. So I'm very confident that I'll be winning this match.
Why did you want Matt Mask? Why Matt particularly?
Well, because he is one of my favorite pullers to watch pulling. I think he's an amazing top roller and he's hilarious at the table. And there's not a moment when he's pulling that it's not a great entertainment for everyone to watch.
So
and
it's a match born out of respect in some regards rather than animosity.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Matt Mask, as usual, mate, the call comes in and you stepped up. Well, this is a big lad and he's very, very dangerous, impressive at the moment. And as he just told us, he's beaten a man that you struggled with. Does that matter?
Sounds like I'm going to get my ass handed to me then, right?
You tell me.
What's that?
You tell me. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I'll let you know tomorrow night. So.
Sounds like you're a little bit worried there.
Listen,
the only thing I'm worried about is getting this over with and trying to get closer to your weight. That's all. So.
Oh, yeah.
I only got, what, 136 more pounds to go?
Yeah, that's it.
I'm closing that gap one fucking sandwich at a time. I was talking to Martise earlier. He was explaining to me how you got to eat sandwiches, eh? So.
But Matt, joking aside, this is not your first foray into pulling super heavyweights, into pulling bigger men. You've made a bit of a career of it, mate. You've pulled some very, very big, and in fact, you've pulled some of the best guys that have ever done this thing.
Have you ever declined a match? Have you ever said a no to a match?
No.
That makes sense.
I don't ever say no to anybody. I don't really care who the fuck they are, how long they've been in the sport, how big they are, how big they think they are, how awesome their fucking beard looks. To me, none of that shit makes a fucking difference. As soon as they call my name to the table and they say go, that's when I kick her up. So, yeah.
Matt, you look at this match, and it's a guy that's relatively unknown. He's on the rise, and he's picked you. He thinks you're the guy that he can make his name from.
That's why he wanted this match.
Is that a good decision? Is it a bad decision?
Well, we can ask him that later, but I can tell you right now it's probably going to be a bad decision. So, I don't know. I keep putting money on myself for this match, so.
I would too, but I was all sold out. But we can make another bet, though. I can bet my favorite cap, because it's worth more to me than money. Because you see, I'm always wearing caps, and I can bet that I'll beat you.
I would put more shit over my head if I looked like you, though.
Yeah. That's the main reason. The second one is collecting all the sweat. But yeah, there are two reasons for me wearing caps. But I'll tell you a little bit a story about why it's my favorite cap. I was here.
Probably because you had to custom order it. I'm assuming that's part of it.
No. It's another reason. I was here in America for about 10 years ago watching a strongman show. Robert Oberst was there, Big Loss was there, Eddie was there, and Brian was there. And after the show was over, I went out in the parking lot and actually saw Robert Oberst in the parking lot. So I went up to him and said, "Yo,
you remember that, Robert?"
I don't know. Let me finish the story.
Yeah. Sounds to me like this is a bullshit story.
I didn't have the same amount of beard then, so he won't recognize me. But yeah, I saw him and I said, "Yo, Robert, I'm a big fan. Do you mind signing my cap?"
I'm gonna fuck off.
No, you would have thought that, but yeah, no. He looked me dead in the eyes and he said, "Son, I'll do you one better," and he gave me the cap he was wearing. So I brought it with me here to bet on the match. So I'll show it to you.
Have you been wearing this cap?
So I'm so confident that I'll beat you. I'm so confident I'll beat you. I'll bet this cap on it. Yeah. But
I don't think I have a fucking chance tomorrow, do I?
Philip, I think I speak on behalf of everybody. It was a very moving story, mate. Very touching stuff. Let's talk about Robert Oberst. Let's talk about Eddie the Beast Hall, ladies and gentlemen, because they get at it this weekend, and this is a massive matchup. Why is it a massive matchup? Well, I'm going to go over to Ray Lipinge. You spent a little bit of time with Mr. Oberst, and I believe you've got a bit of an update you can tell people about how hard he's been working.
Yeah, I've been looking at everyone on this card and all the strongmen, and I see a lot of footage of the guys working out and training and preparing. I couldn't find much on Robert, but then we sat down, and he told me he's been working hard, up to 3 training sessions a week, pulling sessions, for whatever the match was kind of announced, so I would think 4, 5, 6 months. So he's coming in, I would think, very well prepared. And I heard that Eddie's been doing just for this one, 5 pulling sessions?
5 sessions, yeah.
5 sessions. So I'm very excited to see, because Robert does look ready.
I want to bring in Mr. Brian Shaw, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear from Brian Shaw. Brian, obviously, relatively recently, the collaboration with East versus West 19 was announced here, and this was one of the matches that you had on the Strongest Arm on Earth card. Why?
Well, I think there's a number of different reasons. I mean, these two have some history. That's a lot of fun. They will go back and forth. But I also think from an arm wrestling perspective, it's also very interesting. Yeah. And, I think it's like Ray's saying, there's a little bit of an unknown with Oberst also, I think, a little bit of an unknown with Eddie, because there's definitely some stuff there with Eddie that I think he might be able to do. And I'm curious to see what he'll try, where he'll go. Same thing with Oberst. What will he do? Where will he go? And then I think the back and forth is going to be a hell of a lot of fun. So I think there's a lot of reasons that I was excited about it. I threw it out to both these guys, and they were both down to make it happen. So I think this one's going to be fun for everybody to sit back and watch, and I think also fun for them to challenge each other.
And if you look at Robert Oberst as an individual, he's built for the sport.
So I just gripped up with him on the table downstairs. We were just kind of talking through a few things, and it felt good. He felt all right, man. Not that we put any power into it, but it was, one of those things where I think it's gonna be a heck of a match. I really, really do. Genuinely, not even just because they're gonna go back and forth. I think that'll be a lot of fun, but I think it'll be a really good match.
Well, it's an interesting one, because when we were in camp with Ed, and the match was first announced, the first day we went for the training session, I remember Eddie obviously talks a certain way when he's on camera, and then when you're behind, he can be very serious at times. He takes his training very, very seriously. And the first thing that he said to me was, this guy is no joke. He's an absolute athlete. And you told me the story about when you were filming all around the world, and wherever you went. Well, Eddie, you tell us what you said to me about Robert.
Yeah, I mean, as much shit as we give each other over the years, we've got to have big respect for each other. Being top level and strongman, first off, takes a lot of dedication and athletic ability. And then on the Strongest Man in History show, we went to Scotland to do some of the Highland Games, and Oberst just thrashed all of us, like me, Brian, Nick Best. And that was quite eye-opening. It just shows what a natural athlete that Oberst is, with football background and the track and field. So I've got to give him his respect where it's due, and it's definitely he's someone that I cannot take lightly. That's for sure.
Let's bring in Robert. Rob, you've been on a couple of podcasts now, and you've spoken about the fact that you threw yourself into this absolutely 100%. As Ray was saying, 3 times a week there. You've worked with a lot of guys on the table. How are you finding arm wrestling, mate?
Arm wrestling is a lot of fun. It is a lot of pain when you first get started, as anyone in here probably knows. It was only 3 times towards the end, because at the beginning it was so painful. There's no going more than once a week, at the beginning. And I'm sure it's similar for a lot of guys, but someone like Ed and I, who have the background in strength sports and have really strong upper bodies, even compared to other strongmen, there's a risk factor and there's a wear factor, and you're kind of like a little baby deer out there at first, trying to figure out how to hold your legs and how to get going. And it is a super steep climb, but I got past that first start, and I got into some good groups of guys, and then towards the last 2 months, I was able to, much lighter than the beginning, but I was able to do about 2-3 days a week, but it's not, just saying it feels silly being up on this table. And I know there's guys up here that have been doing this for years, and guys that are just so strong in this sport. I still feel like a little baby. I feel like a child, and it's gonna take me a year before I can take everything that I built up in strongman and shove it into this. It takes a little bit of time, but for us, we're in a situation where we're both similar. Eddie and I both are new, and I feel like it's even. It's going to be fun, and I think it's going to be a hell of a show.
Robert, you saw Eddie's match versus Brian. In your own mind, do you think you needed more time to prepare, or are you ready? And do you think it will be enough?
Well, you would always take more time. But I feel Ed started a little before me. I don't want to give the whole game plan away here, but Ed started a little before me. But then once we got going into this stuff, I had nothing but this. Ed was traveling, doing MMA and doing a bunch of other things, and I guarantee he was not working his arm to the bone before fighting Pujanowski. I promise you that. And so his advantage kind of went to the wayside, and I feel like I had more time in the last few months than he did. He's had 5 sessions. I can't tell you how many I've had. I've wanted to cry more than 5 times. So it's like, I feel as though Eddie probably had the jump start on me, and we probably evened out over the last few months. And I honestly feel like we're both probably really close to the same level right now.
Now, we heard from Eddie and what he said about you, obviously really complimentary of your skills, your abilities. You've seen Eddie arm wrestle. You've seen some of the training footage that's gone out there. How do you rate Eddie? Do you feel like he's a major threat?
He's for a freaking rookie. I mean, Martins can show up and punk anybody at a bar at a tournament. I think Ed's on that level too. Law's here, Brian obviously. So rate him. He's a beast of a rookie. We're gonna find out which one of us rookies is ready to go and which one of us is gonna light up first. I feel I have a good game plan. I've hammered down. I've only got 2 freaking moves for offense, and I've got them so hammered in the back of my head that it's just naturally going to happen, and we'll see. I've got 2 reflective moves based off of what I've seen him do, you know? And so who knows? Maybe Ed's going to come out and not do what he did before, you know? Who knows? This is literally my first time on the table, literally with someone saying, ready, go. So we're all going to find out together.
Eddie, after listening to Robert speak there and the amount of commitment he's put in, last time you pulled was against Mr. Shaw. And you came in there and it was the whole Eddie has no chance. Eddie got a chance or what?
Yeah, Eddie's got a chance. As I say, with the Brian scenario, I had literally 5 weeks of training leading up to the Brian Shaw arm wrestling match, which was not ideal, let's be honest. We only nailed 1 move, and that was the over the top. We just didn't have time to practice anything else. This time round, had a little bit more time, a lot more spaced out. Also, I've been busy, but we've been working a lot on different attacks and also working on the B-side, which I didn't do with Brian at all. You know, I never did any work sort of on the B-side, whereas Brian's got me on the winning side. And that's what we've worked a lot on this side this time, and I think that's going to be a big advantage that this time round, is having the ability to get out of those B-side moves.
And one last question, mate, before we go to our next match for yourself. Obviously, we heard from a couple of the guys here how they found arm wrestling. We've never really spoken to you about that. You've come from strength sports generally. Your pedigree's as high as it gets. Pretty iconic figure. This is a new sport for you. You enjoying your time on the table?
Yeah, of course. Arm wrestling is basically a replication of strongman. You know, you're in the gym, you're with your pals, you're learning, you're socializing, and when you come to these competitions, it's a thrill. You know, it's a bit like strongman, like fighting. You get on the stage in the arena, and it's a thrill, and that's what we live for. We live for these moments. You know, the entertainment, the adrenaline. It's something that really I'm really passionate about.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a matchup that is. I'm sure you guys out there are as excited about that one as we are up here. It is going to be ridiculous. Oberst versus Hall tomorrow. What a match. We move to one of the most highly anticipated matchups that we have ever seen in the sport. A North American legend, arm wrestling in a mirror. Todd Hutchings, is the reigning champion of the world, Ray. He's got a lot of history with the man he will face here. Todd has to go up in weight. His opponent, easy money, Dave Chaffy, looks shredded. He's come down from the super heavyweights, and they meet at 115. The interesting thing here, both men have made their career by being bullies, by being stronger than their opponent. Who wins?
Well, the stronger guy will win in this one. But I do think Todd has more things to prove than Dave. I really appreciate that Dave came down 115 kilos. He didn't do a water cut. He came down in weight, and it's going to be a little bit more equal. You know, and plus there's that history, you know, like he beat him every time. He detached his bicep, you know. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of things going in that match. I hope we will see a match because Dave Chaffy is known for that insane power. He could easily overwhelm Todd Hutchings and just easy money and go home.
Todd, I want to start with you, mate. You've been on a little bit of a mission. Everybody always say, oh, Todd, he's one of the older guys. He's in his late 50s. How can he do this? And yet, you've been on kind of a revenge tour. You've been righting wrongs. Prudnik previously beat you. You came back and gave him an absolute hammering. Rustam Babayev previously beat you. You came back and literally finished his night. He could not continue. You're facing a guy that, as Ray says, was the man with whom you detached your bicep. Is this the next step of the revenge tour?
Wow, that would be sweet. I certainly hope so.
Where did this guy get a beard, man? How am I a fucking beard? This guy drinking beer. When I ran him out, my bad.
You did.
I don't know what the rules are, so I was hiding it. Now the boss knows.
He hit it so well, yet.
Yeah, I've been friends and I've been pulling Dave for 10 years and lost every single one of them. So hopefully when Dave found out that he's, after beating me for 10 years every single time and I agreed to take the match, hopefully he goes, well, what's this guy think he's going to do? So I'm hoping he's a little nervous.
When you look at you two and your career paths, people have been losing a little bit of faith in Dave. Dave had been a dominant force in the super heavyweights. He then suffered a significant injury in his neck, and his career took a little sidetrack. He's been mixed from there, but it's fair to say that in the last couple of outings, he's looked incredible. And the shape that Dave has come in, wow. I mean, he looks incredible, looks in magnificent condition. Do you think it's going to detract him from his strength? Do you think that the man you faced, that the man who detached your bicep, was a different, stronger version of Dave Chaffy?
I wouldn't expect him to have lost a lot of strength. Maybe a little endurance, but I don't think the weight classes affect your strength all that much. I think he's still probably got more strength than I do. I think I'll have more speed, so I'll probably have more power than him. I think between the two of us, I think he's the stronger one, which means I have to be technically on point every time. I'd rather be the strong guy, not the technical guy, but I mean, with Dave, that's the hand I'm dealt. So.
Is it quite exciting coming in with that kind of prospect, mate, because it's a kind of a role reversal?
Well, it's kind of exciting because I was losing to the younger, bigger Dave, and now he's old and he's tiny, you know, and I'm still the same. So I think, you know, that's all in my favor.
Let's bring in Dave Chaffy. Dave, is this easy money?
Once again, I hope it's going to be easy money, but the way Todd's been pulling, I don't think so. Like you just stated, the guys he's beaten are top competitors in the world. They may not be super heavyweights, but they could probably hang with a lot of the super heavyweights, you know, that are top 10 in the world, I would say. Todd's no slouch. He said, of course, you know, I've beaten him over the years, but things are different. We haven't actually pulled in a competition in probably 10 years. And I'm now 250. He's around 220. It's a little more even in the weight. I have not lost any strength, you know, weight-wise, pushing weights.
So you're as strong now as when you were at super heavy?
I have the same numbers as I did 25 pounds ago. Hopefully it, you know, pertains to the table. We'll see on Friday.
Have there been any advantages of the weight loss, mate? Have you seen, I mean, endurance has always been a massive strength for Todd. Have you got better endurance at the lighter weight?
Yeah, I can walk up 3 stairs without having a heart attack now, yes.
Better than I can do, mate. That's better
but I'm hoping the matches are quick because Todd's endurance is incredible. The longer it goes, obviously the advantage goes to his side, so hopefully it's real quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible matchup. Dave Chaffy, easy money, a lighter weight class, but told us he's just as strong. And he's facing the 95-kilo middleweight champion of the world, Todd Hutchings. You haven't got your pay-per-view. What is wrong with you? This goes down tomorrow. Get it now, ladies and gentlemen. And if you thought that was a big match, what about this one? Brandon Allen from Las Vegas, Nevada. Kind of a hype train wrecker. Little bit of a story. Larry Wheels decided to throw himself into the sport of professional arm wrestling. Brandon Allen gets a call-up and absolutely derailed that train. Made a name for it. But he's come in here bigger than we've ever seen him, more focused than we've ever seen him. He'll need to be. The man who he's facing is the 4-time world's strongest man, Brian Shaw. Brian, you like to give yourself a challenge, mate. You like to make it hard for yourself. But here in the blue arena, you're running the event, and for the second time, you come to the professional arm wrestling table, and you're pulling something of a banana skin here.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, thank you everybody for being here. I mean, this is, you know, it's really incredible. It's incredible how it's grown, and you know, putting it all together. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes for sure. And you know, I've said in a couple different interviews for sure that's, you know, certainly an advantage to Brandon for sure, right, coming into it, because you know, it's just a little bit of lack of sleep, pretty high stress,
Making excuses
running around.
already.
Oh, jeez. All right, buddy. I was trying to be nice. But look, man, he said yes right away, right? Like, and yes, I like a challenge. Brandon is for sure a challenge, and I think that anybody that understands arm wrestling will say, all right, cool. I'm jumping in to it. He's got way more experience on the table than I do, so you know, you can't overlook those things. But also, I like to test myself. I did the same thing in strongman. Jumped in head first when I wanted to go against the biggest and strongest guys that I possibly could. And yeah, sometimes you need to learn how to swim when you jump in head first. But you know, I think that I prepared well. I think I've got a good game plan. And as long as, you know, I'm focused on what I need to do and I'm patient, I think it's going to be a very interesting match. But I also think if I can put my advantages to work, I think he's going to have a rough night. But we'll see. We will see.
Brandon, I want to ask you, why do you think Brian chose you?
For his good looks.
Yeah, definitely, because you know,
The shiny heads.
Yeah, the same haircut.
yeah, I cut my hair for this match for Brian. You know, it's long, but no, I think he chose me because we have a similar strength pedigree, you know, and respected in that world. And I got a little more respect maybe in the arm wrestling world now, and it's not going to be an easy match for him. And if he does get a win on me, I think it solidifies him a little more and as to where he's at. But I think he did make a mistake on who they chose. I think Neil's setting him up there for quite the hard fall in this match.
Talk about that a minute, mate, because when you got the call for this matchup, we knew what happened with Larry. Do you feel like this is, oh, here we go again, same soup warmed over? Or is this a bigger problem? Is this a challenge? Obviously, we know Brian's challenging himself, but we also know that is not Larry Wheels.
Yeah, I know the hardest part of this match is going to be the start time. When I saw it was at 7 p.m. and we're towards the end of the card, just staying awake is going to be the hardest part. That's the only thing I'm worried about. The actual match itself shouldn't be that big of a deal.
What about that, Brian?
Way past his bedtime, you know.
I got an 8-month-old at home. Me and my wife go to bed early. Honey, I love you. And the hardest part for this is going to be staying awake. But, you know, once we got on the table, I'll wake up and make short work of him, and we'll have a great evening.
Staying awake is the hardest part. That's good.
That's what I'm most nervous about,
we'll see
Brian.
we'll see if that's what you say in the post-match interview.
Yeah, your little dainty hand doesn't scare me, sir.
Okay. Have you measured your wrist?
Yeah, it was something like 12 and a half inches or something like that.
Was it 12?
Yeah, I don't know.
But
Is that good?
What did you say to me yesterday? Your tape measure starts at 4?
All tape measures should start at 4, guys,
At 4,
all right?
okay.
All tape measures should start at 4.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. No, I'm glad that he actually gained some weight. I mean, the size of him, at least you're over 300, you said?
Yeah, just a little over 315.
Okay, so as Devin would say, he gets to sit in the front seat. That's okay, you know. Under 300.
Brian, you're
nothing.
expecting who you met in October when we were friendly gripping up on the left hand while I was a skinny 260 pounds. This is not the same one. In fact, if you want, we can go left hand after the match too, so you can you feel what it's really like.
I don't think you want any part of that.
We'll see.
It's going to be fun, man. Honestly, it'll be fun. It's you know, both big strength background, you know, and I think in the arm wrestling world for sure, you know, the opportunity for Brandon, a lot of eyes are going to be on this, right? Like it's I understand the pressure, and I like to put pressure on my shoulders, and I've definitely done that with him, and I know he's prepared hard. I respect that a lot. I would want nothing less, right? Like I wouldn't want to have an opponent where everybody was up here, we're doing this press conference, like, yeah, 100% of the people, like, yeah, you're going to run him over and it's not a challenge at all. That wouldn't excite me, right? So I want to be excited. I think this is something that I'm excited about. I'm sure Brandon is, and I think it's, you come up there, we're gonna have a good time, right? Like I think I've got some different stuff. He's probably watched quite a bit of video and different things, and I've studied him as well, and it's certainly a challenge for me to figure out, and I'm excited about that. I like the challenge. I want a challenge, and I think that's what we got. So,
yeah, watching you do that 15-pound side pressure, that was pretty intimidating.
15. Did you see the screen on that?
I did. It was 15 pounds. I counted it.
Did you? When it wasn't in the video? That's cute.
Yeah.
That's good. Yep.
Brian, let's talk about progression, mate, because we know that you've been working hard on this. We know that you've thrown your hat very much into the ring for arm wrestling. You've really committed. And we know that we've seen progress in Eddie, in Robert, in Martins. You're cut from that same cloth. You're multiple world's strongest man. Eddie speaks about you in terms of one of the most professional individuals he's ever seen. When you commit to something, you deliver. How different an athlete are you now, this time out, than you were when we saw you in December?
Oh, ridiculous different. Yeah, for sure. It's not even close. The cool part is to watch back some stuff from then and understand everything that I was doing wrong, right? And all the people that were analyzing it there and saying, and I'm watching, I'm like, well, I didn't do that bad. And everybody's like, yeah, this is terrible. Look at that position. Look at this, right? And so now I'm that guy that can look at myself and say, like, yep, what was I thinking? That's not good. This should improve. So I think, I've done quite a bit of analyzing that, studying that on myself, right? Because ultimately I have to improve. Yes, Brandon is the measuring stick right now for me. But if I'm trying to improve, I need to get better individually myself too. So I think that being able to look at some stuff from back then and understand how drastically different I am now is a very good thing. And I'm excited to put that on display, right? Like, I need to show improvement in the match. That's what needs to happen, right? And of course, we're going to sit here and talk about like, all right, well, yeah, I'd love to walk out and be super dominant, right? But I also, in some capacity, want to get in some different positions where I need to figure out the puzzle and I need to get through it. And Brandon presents that, right? Like he 100% presents that to me. And I think, we'll see where the match goes. We'll see what I do. We'll see what he does, and I think that's where, if I need to make some adjustments, I think I've got a lot of options now where I did not 100% have basically any options in December. So I've got options now, and I'm excited about where we might go and my reads on what's happening in the match. I'm very excited about that.
I mean, you make a good point there on match selection, mate, because if you were picking an easy route to the top, this wouldn't be it.
No, for sure.
You're pulling a King's mover. You're pulling a guy that is in the 1 percentile. He's the guy that you kind of want to avoid because, first of all, nail orthodox arm wrestling, and yet you went straight in with a guy who is a real problem. Was that simply just to face somebody who was a bit of a weirdo, a bit of an outlier?
I wanted a challenge. That's simple as what it is. I wanted a challenge, and I like that. I mean, that's been who I am my whole life, right? Like, I don't want to back down from a challenge. I'm not scared of a challenge. I mean, you're listening to Matt Mass say, like, hey, I've never turned down a match. Yeah, there's, of course, levels to this game, and this is a step up for sure for me, right? And I think that's what excites me. It excites me, and so I wouldn't want it any other way, right? Like, it's something where I'll go out and, like I said, I need to execute and get my head on straight, and hopefully all the event planning can kind of iron itself out and even out over the next day, where it's all smooth and I can just focus on what I need to get done.
Ladies and gentlemen, theshawclassic.com, evwsports.com, and eddiehall.com as a question. Get a mic to that man.
Paul, who thinks going to win out of these two?
Yeah, let's deliver on Eddie's request there. Who's got Brian Shaw?
Boo!
Oh, Who's got Brandon Allen?
Yay!
There we go, Eddie. I'm here to avenge you, brother. I got to say, it is quite the honor to be offered a match with the second greatest strongman of all time, Eddie Hall being number one, of course. So I do appreciate that, Brian.
Start of a beautiful relationship right there on the front row, ladies and gentlemen. By the pay-per-view, guys, it is going down tomorrow. Colorado Colossus, Brian Shaw, second time out, and he will face a walking banana skin in the very powerful Brandon Allen from Las Vegas, USA. 2 more athletes, 2 more matches, 1 a rematch, 1 something new. Alex Cadet, very short time ago, came very, very close to tilting the match on the left arm against No Limits Devon Larratt. We see it go down again on the left arm and the right arm. And interestingly, Alex, you asked for both matches. You wanted both matches. Why? Did you feel something that you could do with this guy? Do you feel like you made a mistake last time? Can you right a wrong?
So first of all, I want to say huge thanks to Brian and Carrie Show for organizing it so professional and with big heart and with best hospitality. Really, really from the bottom of my heart, you know, it's cool if somebody organized who understand athletes, and it's really true. From the early beginning, and Dexter and Robert, it's great that you collaborate with Brian. Believe it will be big and big in future. And I'm really excited to be here. It's the best place to be for me. And to answer the question, look at that guy. Look at that guy. This is Devon No Limits Larratt. You know, I like that guy so much. You know, he's probably the face of arm wrestling. This is reality. He opened a window to the world of our beautiful sport for so many, many people, and I'm included there. And you know, he has some also troubles, small problems. He traveling around the world and try to find somebody who will kick his ass. And no successful, no successful. So previous match on left, I believe I give him small pleasure to go there. Where is it limits? Maybe there is some limits, and I believe I give you some pleasure. I hope it was. And you know, in the end of the match, refs checked that match was not ended properly. It was not in the end, and we need to continue. And I said, hell yeah, I'm so happy to continue. We can call it rematch or like the continuation of the match. And reality also that Devon was planning right-handed match with Vitaly. Yeah? He did everything to make it possible, but stars decide that it will be later. And when it was like this possibility comes to me, I said, come on, yeah, we will pull left and right. Let's have fun. And left first, right second. But, you know, I was practicing with Devon so much time. I learned from him so much. And for me, it's really big honor to pull with him. Also, I want to say thank you to all of the athletes. It's so great place to be, really. They're the strongest guy here, strongest arm wrestler. And, you know, this is like some kind of strength, different kind, in one place. And this is great. I'm really happy to be here.
Alex, had that match continued on the left arm and not been stopped, were you going to win?
Honestly, like, I have some opinion. But I really want to ask this for Devon. This question should be for him.
Let's ask him.
I think you will not.
Devon.
Man, what a nice guy is he, huh? You know what? For a guy I'm having a match with, I don't think I've ever heard such nice words. I said it last time, but if you are not the Prime Minister of Poland in 20 years, you guys are making a mistake, European Union. And what a smart guy, too. It's true. This guy had the #1 score in the University of Poland ever, okay? So happy that you're not one of the 28 You came here, so I actually have somebody to beat the shit out of, okay? I'm so happy that you made that cut because we're running out of opponents, you know? Nobody in North America's got anything for me. Nobody, okay? There's only a couple of you left. Who said something? Derek? Oh, it was you, Oberst. Hey, you got like 3 weeks in the sport, man. You better be careful. I'm sorry. Yeah, this guy's gonna be a problem, okay? I'm watching you. All right? Hey, I'm so happy you're here, but look at this guy. Look at the way his forehead twitches. Have you ever seen a guy so nervous? Okay? I'm 50 years old, okay? I'm gonna kick your ass so bad. I'm gonna teach you such a lesson. I'm gonna smear your face and shit like a little puppy, okay? It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna say already how embarrassed I am for you, the way you're gonna quit, okay? He said so many nice things. I'm sorry, okay? I'm not like that. I'm
Buddy,
sorry.
it sounds like a great dream. You know what will be? You know what will be? I will be kind to you. I will not hurt you.
Buddy,
Everything will
you're
be
gonna
okay.
hurt yourself. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Remember how the
what's gonna
first
happen.
match finished? You was lying on the
Yeah,
ground,
because I was
and
having
I was
a nap.
standing.
Because I won. Because Jody used her mind trick magic and had the whole room convinced that I already won. So I knew it was time to have a nap. Buddy, this is how it's gonna go. You're gonna lose your wrist, and you're gonna think, oh damn, what the fuck am I gonna do? And you're gonna go like this, and you're gonna end up like Dave Chaffy the first time he competed, and Todd Hutchings when he pulled Dave Chaffy. You're gonna something's gonna break. Something's gonna break, and then you're gonna have to think long and hard if you want to be a hero and pull the left-hand match at the end of the night with a broken arm, and then you're gonna go home like this. Right? It's gonna be awesome. They're gonna be like, "How does your match go?" And you're gonna be like,
I'm already like this. If you say, you see, cannot be worse.
But it'll be good. It'll be good for the world because you're gonna move into politics that much quicker. So probably a good thing.
Buddy, you know, everyone wants you to lose. Everyone.
Yeah,
Everyone wants you to lose.
And the only
it's
way
better
it's
me
gonna
to
happen
win you
if
than
all
nobody
this pressure,
else.
somehow the referees are paid off enough to foul me out.
Ref already
That's
give you
the
the
only
fall,
way.
They already give you the
That's
fall.
the only way I lose because you're not pinning me. It's gonna be the only way it's possible is they foul me for some.
It should be fair. First
imaginary
match,
rule,
they give all falls to me.
Imaginary movement, or my shoulder goes like this much too low, or some bullshit. We all know you can't pin me. We all know it. Look online, look on the bets. Nobody thinks you can win. Poor Henry, wherever he is, he's trying to put money on me, and nobody's betting on you.
Oh, he will lose his money this time for sure.
No, well,
yeah,
hey, listen, guys. There's lots of open blocks. Nobody thinks he's gonna win. Get behind your guy.
You know one thing? You know, remember my match with Hermes and with Rustam. It was like 90% for 10. Remember the result? Like everyone was thinking I will lose. Remember?
Dude, I wasn't even ranked.
It will be the match number 3. It will be the greatest
I wasn't
match.
even ranked. No, I wasn't even in the top 10. I just showed up and kicked your ass. You're what, number 4?
Rankings doesn't matter.
I'm ranked higher than Camille.
You will enjoy your losing. You will enjoy it.
I hope you break my arm. I give you permission to hurt me. I do. Please hurt me. I want.
I don't want, but if I have to, I will really find any way to beat you, to kick you, but without hurting you.
What I want you to say in front of the people is, I will not quit.
Absolutely, no problem.
You heard it.
Never.
You said it.
Yeah.
You're gonna be such a puddle, okay?
And I want to ask you the same.
Oh, but I'm not even gonna say that. That's
so
ridiculous.
you don't quit, yeah?
Buddy.
And you will not like stuck in the king move and saying I'm okay.
Listen.
Don't
when
lose
I'm
this match
at
for
you
fouls,
and
buddy.
Talking to you, just remember what you said to the people, okay?
But don't lose this match for fouls, okay? If it's better to be pinned that fouls it's nothing cool.
I came here for victory.
Not hiding yourself in the king.
I came here for victory. At the end of Friday night, I will remain the ranked number 2 right-handed. I'll solidify the number 4. I'm in striking distance of both gauntlets. At 50, I mean, I still have dreams of being the number 1 guy.
I know, but you have too much to lose now. You feel your risk on the right also, not on the left. On the
Just wait for it, buddy.
But I have nothing to lose on the right.
You
have something to lose.
You lift weights? How's your weights going?
I'm now the strongest version for you, buddy.
Strongest? What, in the gym?
everywhere.
You doing squats? Doing the strongman stuff?
You know, if we need, I will beat you in everything. Even in the squats.
You have a good deadlift?
In everything, buddy.
Everything?
I will beat you in everything.
How's your thumb? And you got a good thumb?
I know you're worried about that. I know. I see in your eyes.
Hey, thank you so much for your support, guys. Watch me kick this guy's ass. It's he's such a nice guy, so I feel a bit bad, but watch me kick his ass. It's gonna be one of my greatest highlight reels ever.
I will kick him, but so nicely, so friendly. He enjoyed and asked to repeat. You will see.
There's gonna be 20 guys on Instagram. There's gonna be 20 guys on Instagram who are gonna make little rips. Kids from India are gonna be posting it within 2 hours. It's gonna be all over the internet.
In the end, it will be great photo. You will be lying on the ground.
I'm gonna be even more
like
TikTok
previous
famous
time.
than I already am. TikTok
Devin,
famous.
Did he make a good point, mate? Everybody's talking about the left arm. Everybody's talking about the left arm. Is there a risk there on the right arm? Do you feel a little bit of pressure after that? If you're drawn into a screamer like last time on the left, does it open the door for him on the right?
So I'm not sure exactly, but I heard we're starting right hand. Is that still true?
No.
No, we start left.
You start with the left arm.
Oh.
You will go left arm match 6, just for everybody's attention. Left arm match 6, right arm match 10. Now, walk through that scenario in your mind if it went down like last time.
Well, that changes things. That does change.
Yeah, it does change things. If it's a
Right.
screamer.
Well, yeah, okay, so the left is going to be closer. Okay, so my plan was to just turn you into a puddle with the right, and then the left, I thought I'd have an advantage. So, yeah, look, the left is closer. It is.
This is excuses. You have no chance for excuses.
I'm here to win. I'm here to beat you. Make no mistake. I'm not saying anything about an excuse. I'm going to smoke you. I'm probably going to beat you.
On right, you are so confident that you just stonewalled me. Okay, you said it in the front of everyone.
Let me tell you, I'm going to hold you in the center and look at you with my right arm.
Beautiful.
I will
like
hold
that
you in the
said it.
center. I
like
will
that
look
said
at
it.
you. You will look at me. You will smile, and you will realize that you're kind of fucked. And you can decide. You can kind of decide what you want to do. You can either hurt yourself, hang around for a while, and I can say funny things to you, or you can give up.
Are you prepared to bet your
question.
favorite
So you
half?
are so confident that you will not try to survive in King's Move on the right? No
Buddy,
King's Move, yeah?
There is going to be zero requirement for me to do anything. But listen, you guys know I'm not above doing anything. I'll King's Move. I don't feel bad about it. Like, you try and, you're going to go, I don't give a fuck. I'll King's Move. I like the King's Move. I think it's a great move. I think we should actually change the rules. I think we should probably change the rules, right? I think we should make it legal. That's the best way I'm going to beat Levon. You want me to beat Levon? Make the King's Move legal. Lower those pin pads. I'll beat that big bastard. Yeah, exactly. And I'm cool with that. I'm totally cool with that.
Which matters most, Devin? Left or right? tomorrow?
Right arm has always been hailed as the money arm. If there's one arm, like for arm wrestling, the right arm is the king.
Yeah, but we all know you can look back at your career and you're always the guy who wanted the head nod. You used to talk all the time about, I want the head nod. I'm not here for the money. I'm not here for anything. I want the guy to walk out of the room and know that I owned him. So which matters most? The left arm was close last time.
Let me say it again. The right arm is the king of arm wrestling, okay? But I'm a greedy guy, okay? I want both, all right? Yeah, I want the left arm too. That's why I'm training again. For 6 years, I only trained my right arm. I didn't do anything with my left other than show up at practice, But now I'm training my left equally to my right because I'm a greedy guy. I want both. But make no mistake about it, the right arm is the king of arm wrestling.
Has the left improved since last time out also?
100%.
Did you play last time, the first couple of rounds?
What do you think, Alex? Was I playing? When I was looking at you, yelling at you, telling you to tell everybody how great I was? Was I playing, or was that me trying hard? What do you think?
You remember the situation when I said to you, yeah, buddy?
Yeah, that wasn't very nice of you. See, you're normally a nice guy. Why don't you just keep that nice guy persona just the whole time?
Tell me one thing. How much people give you the match like I give you?
Quite honestly, guys, without talking crap to Alex, it was an amazing match. Really, he did test me. You did push me. I was impressed, okay? That is the truth, and that's why we're having this rematch, because it was very close, and it could have gone either way, and I didn't like the way you stood over top of me at the end. Didn't really feel like a victory. I'm happy to fight you again, really, but I am going to kick your ass. Make no mistake about it.
I really also happy to be here with you on one stage and with everyone. Thank you, everyone, for this beautiful possibility.
If I was a Polish citizen, I would vote. I would vote for you, Alex. I would vote for you.
So, guys, incredible main event matches tomorrow. No Limits, Devon Larratt, Alex Cadet. I want to take an opportunity before we wrap up to get some questions from you guys out there. If anybody's got any questions, we'll bring a mic round to you. Just let us know, and we will. You can ask any of the athletes a question. Okay, Anna, could you just grab a mic for us, Anna? Just down here.
Who is the strongest strongman up here right now?
On the arm wrestling table or off?
No, off.
Probably Martins, because, you know, me, Brian, everyone else, Oberst, Lawrence, we've been retired from strongman for quite a while, and you lose that strength very, very quickly. Yeah, especially Brian, he's really weak.
Any more questions from the floor, guys?
This one's specifically for Devon. So, Devon, you said in your interview with Coach Ray that you were going to be taking a break from East vs. West after this. And I was just curious because, you know, with you trying to climb the ranks both left and right, are you going to make an attempt to, you know, like, because I believe after Kardeccia is David Khan and, of course, eventually Artem and Vitaly. You've been wanting to pull Vitaly for a long time now, but after this break that you plan on taking, what do you have in mind?
So what I would love to do is what we tried to do today. I have my sights set on Vitaly Laletin, and I will keep my sights on him. Regardless really of the match outcome that he has between when I pull him, before I pull him, regardless of what happens, I really want Vitaly to be my next match right-handed. I can see myself potentially on the way to Vitaly having maybe a left-handed match with, somebody between Alex and Vitaly. I just want to continue to climb. I want to continue to push. I want to continue to advance my arm wrestling. And part of that means understanding the wave of life and taking time off when required so that you can hit those peaks when you attempt to do something really difficult. So the timeline is vague. You know, there's a lot that needs to settle, but Vitaly and on the way to Vitaly with the left.
Another question down the front here also. Oh, there we go.
So out of like all of the strongmen, which currently would win in arm wrestling? Doesn't have to be just the people here, like maybe Samuelson? Someone that...
Brian, what do you think?
The answer is Brian, for sure. Brian's had a long time, and all of us who've competed with Brian, we know Brian is like a mad scientist when it comes to training, when it comes to business, when it comes to a bunch of different things, his family, all this stuff. Brian's super meticulous. Like, Eddie and I were a bit wild. Brian wouldn't have taken the fight or the arm wrestling match if he had a fight coming up. That wouldn't have happened. I would have. Eddie did. You know, that's a very, very different mentality, and it's why Brian is who he is. So there's the top of the mountain for strongmen right now is Brian, until after I get done with Ed, and then I'll come for him.
What about Iron Bibby?
Is Iron Bibby technically a strongman anymore?
Competes in strongman.
He lifts logs, but we haven't seen him compete in a strongman competition for a long time.
He's an exciting prospect.
He could be amazing, but Lalas is good as well, isn't he?
Lalas
was good, really
Lalas
good.
was. Iron Baby is dangerous. No.
No, but I'd like to see him try.
But what is the most interesting element of all that is that everybody's just starting on this journey. And that's what makes it so exciting. And the funny thing is also that today, walking around the event, so many guys have come up and asked about getting involved in arm wrestling. And I found that, and thank you, Brian, that also, mate, because I kid you not, today, and for me as an arm wrestling lifer, I cannot even tell you how excited I am to see the two worlds that I love coming together. I think it's amazing. And today, Bubba Pritchett, he's 14 years old. The kid is amazing. And he walked out onto the middle of the floor today and asked if he could train some arm wrestling this weekend. I'm made up by that. It's wonderful. And looking down the two tables that we've got here, looking at the strongman athletes, looking at the arm wrestlers, wow, it's amazing. It's just getting started. And this will always be, in my mind, start of something very special, Brian. So, yeah, thanks, mate. Have we got any more questions from the floor? Yeah, a couple out here.
Hi, I want to say this, second that, because I was a strongman fan first, and then about 4 years ago, I started playing catch up on arm wrestling. You know, Devin. I mean, I can't stop watching all your any content with Devin is hilarious, and then watching the collaborations has really just brought it all together. So it's amazing. My question is, because of watching all those things, and then at times you see these videos of after pulls, and being I'm kind of really close this time. How does that happen every time? You know, am I maybe going to get to stand and watch an after pull somewhere? Just curious.
Well, we're at the expo, right? East versus West has got a booth, I believe. So I bet you they're going to have a table. And I won't be surprised if a lot of arm wrestlers are here all weekend. I know I will be.
Devin's going to warm up for Alex there.
And I'm going to be fresh.
To start of it, yeah.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say with all the strongmen that have come up here and entered arm wrestling, one of the things that we need in our sport is characters. And you guys are entertaining as hell. Martins, I hope to God you stick with arm wrestling. You too. Oh my goodness. I love the energy. We're so focused. And I know as a 20-year vet of the sport, I'm looking at you guys and I'm thinking, oh my God, we could actually go mainstream now because we got mainstream professional, international, known and recognized athletes in our sport. So from my bottom of my heart, thank you very much.
I think we got another question right over here.
Hi, how are you guys doing? So just to Brian, I also got into strongman. I was watching Eddie, Brian, Robert, and Nick. Your little, all four of you guys do all this strongman stuff, and I'm super excited for Brian's potential in the sport. I would love in maybe 5-10 years see how it goes, and he's maybe arm wrestling Devin or something crazy if that happens. And then also a question to Devin. Is he interested? Are you interested in rematching Hermes after Vitali, or what were you thinking about that? Oh yeah, I was just saying. Oh, I was just saying I was excited to see where that would go as he progresses.
We all feel the same way. We got these guys coming in. Obviously, you just got to look at them. A ton of talent. Strongman is, it's so filled with super strong people, right? And them coming in, yeah, the whole arm wrestling community can see that talent. And these guys aren't Indian. These guys have been arm wrestling not so long. But for me, and I speak, I think for everybody, super excited because when you see guys with this much athletic talent, you know the capacity. You know in a few years the trajectory. Yeah, these guys are very light. That's one of the reasons I'm so excited because we get to see them at this stage of their career. A few years, I won't be surprised if they're fighting for world titles. I won't be surprised.
Do you want to just repeat the second part of your question?
Yeah, the second part. Just are you interested in
Devin, take a microphone,
pulling
please.
Hermes after Vitali?
Devin, take a microphone. Microphone.
Devin, get a mic, brother.
Get the mic to Devin. The audience cannot hear you.
Man, Hermes is terrified of me. He signed a petition not even to arm wrestle me. Yeah, he's terrified. I'll crack that guy's wrist so bad, I'll beat him even worse than I'm going to beat Alex. Next time I face Hermes, I'm going to make an example to him for his entire family, okay? Don't ever get into arm wrestling, all your future generations. Don't procreate and think that that kid's going to be an arm wrestler. You're not genetically suitable, okay? There's something wrong with your wrist genetics, okay? He's got a butter wrist. I'm going to rip it off his body. Oh, Morozov just had surgery. I saw like they were Frankensteining his wrist, okay? I'm not worried about Morozov, okay? Yeah, no, I'm not looking. The only guy I'm worried about is Levon. That's it.
Pecs and glutes, Devin, pecs and glutes.
Listen, everybody tells me the same thing. Every single person tells me the same thing. Devin, you need to do bench press and, and all I do is arm wrestle more, okay? Like, I know what people think, and I know look, I started arm wrestling when I was 4 years old, my grandmother, okay? My entire life has been train, compete, break, train, compete, break, okay? What matters in arm wrestling is how well you can arm wrestle, okay? I'm not gonna put a lot of energy into that. So long as I can stay healthy and walk, all my energy goes into arm wrestling. And that's my path to victory.
Any more questions, guys, from the floor before we wrap up? One at the back there, Anna.
This is a question for Matt. How many fucks are we going to hear tomorrow night when you pin Phillip?
What is the limit?
If you're listening, you're going to hear every fucking one of them.
I better. I traveled 8 hours to come and see you fuck him up.
You heard that, eh, Phillip? Hey, that's a little bit of mathematics for you.
The only fuck you're going to hear from him is, fuck, you're stronger than I thought.
That'll probably just be in the after poll.
I was born with a pinhead. I'm all hand, cock, and forearms, so that's why they call me the wild horse.
Any more guys before we wrap up the press? A couple more over here.
Do you guys all train your left and right arm the same? I know, Devin, you do now, you said, but do you guys all train left and right the same?
Dave doesn't. Dave always had a problem of swimming out away from shore and getting lost at sea. So he figured he'd only train one arm. This way he always made it back home, right?
I think we got another one.
I'll give you a little bit. For the new guys, I started off trying to train both arms because it's obviously you don't want to be imbalanced. But I didn't have enough time to really work on my left. And as time kept moving forward and the date kept getting closer, I gave up on my left, and I've been all right for a while. But I will go back to trying to be rounded out.
Good. Yeah, my question's for Alex. Did you have any concerns about training at altitude? I know Devin did a lot of extra cardio to be ready with like oxygen deprivation, and you're the heavier set guy. Are you concerned at all about losing your wind at the higher altitude?
Thank you for the question. Guys tells me before my travel about will be the difference. So yeah, I prepared myself. And honestly, with this guy, you need to be fucking endurable. It doesn't matter where you will pull. You really need to be very, very endurable. So yeah.
I think we got one more question. I believe. Or did I make that up? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody for tuning in. We're going to wrap up today's presser. Thank you to all the athletes up here. Remember, tomorrow it goes down. The strongest arm on earth, East versus West, 19 here at the Blue Arena. Get yourself over to the shawclassic.com, ebwsports.com, and get the pay-per-view for tomorrow night. We will see you then. Thank you.